What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? So, first of all, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone is doing great. I hope your day is going well. I just really wanted to hop on here real quick and just talk about something. And and let me just put this out here. You can have your own opinion. This is no way in a sense of bashing or being malice or whatever. This is just what I would call constructive criticism. And the reason why I had to put that out here, and it's a reaction to what was said, I'm starting this off like this is because for some reason, as I said before in previous videos, it's like if you call somebody out or you critique somebody about their work or whatever, the product that they are putting out to the masses, and that, you know, they want the people to, you know, subscribe to or to follow or to keep up with, especially when it comes to Tyler Perry, because that's who we're talking about. You know, the people want to say, oh, you're hating, you know what I'm saying? Or the other excuse is, the other thing that they'll say is, well, why did you choose to watch? Because we can. And because some of us who actually have a little bit of criticism and who have been seeing a lot of things, we are actually fans, okay? And there are some who do watch just to hate watch, okay? And so that they can come up with these think pieces and these talking pieces just to down this man, okay? But also you get the whole thing where he getting his money, he a billionaire, he can do whatever he want and all that stuff. I really cannot stand with any type of person who is in the public, you know, area, public reign, public perception and everything, when there is criticism being brought on them, and then you have the people that want to defend the thing that's being criticized about them, and they use this money aspect of it. They say, oh, well, at least he or she has money, you don't, and all this stuff, that blah blah blah. Okay, what they got to do with the situation at hand? That's not a good argument. That's what you go to when you have nothing else to say. Okay, and I want y'all to understand that we know this person is a billionaire, we know this person has money, we know this person has a lot of influence or whatever, but that still does not make them above reproach. That still does not make them above critique. There it is. Okay, girl, I'm already messing up my words. But anyway, my thing is, if you are in a business where you are putting out product and putting out projects to the public, you have to be understanding that you are going to get negative reviews and you're going to get positive reviews. Okay, it's going to be mixed. It's not always going to be positive. It's not always going to be negative. You know, it's going to be mixed. You're going to have people that literally just want to hate just to hate. And then you have people who are actual fans. And I feel like if you are a real fan of a person, you should be able to say when you like something or don't like something, and say it in a way that's not harmful, that's not bashful, but you're trying to just, you know, put that input out there so that they can take that in, and then they can probably go back and look at it and probably switch up some things or whatever, or tweak a little thing, not take away who they are, okay? And when it comes to me, I'm that type of person. I'm not somebody that's gonna blindly follow somebody just because they did this or they do this or they that. You know, I will support them through and through, but I'm going to say what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say how I truly feel. I'm not going to sugarcoat, because I feel like that is not helping the person, you know. And maybe it ain't up to me, but that's just how I do things. Okay, that's really how I do things, y'all. You know, hell, y'all seen me. If you knew, like, I'm a big fan of Beyonce. Everybody knows that. But I have come on here and I have called her out on some things, and I have critiqued her on some things. I don't like everything that she put out, but for the most part, I do. But when I don't and I have to say something, I will, you know, and I still go off about it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Tyler Perry. And this is for those that don't know. Like, when I started, one of my main shows that I really started that really got me into it, first of all, I'm a Tyler Perry fan down, okay? I see the criticism. I probably didn't stand some of the criticism as well. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I still support this man. And it's not just because, one, I know what everybody has been giving out the reason that because he do, and this is probably like one of the main reasons for a lot of people, he really does, support black actors and actresses that probably wouldn't get a role anywhere else. So he still put them out there, you know what I'm saying, giving them that experience and then paying them what they're worth. And not only do he do that, he rehires them in multiple projects. And I'm so here for that. That was one of the things that always stuck out to me about Tyler Perry, when he was getting a immense backlash that he was getting at the beginning of his career. And I just was like, well, he take care of the people that he's, working with. That's one of the things that really drew me to him, when he came into film. A lot of us, if you of my age group, like I'm in my 30s, okay, my mid 30s, and we grew up on this man, all right? I come from the time where we got the Madea plays before they were actually on, officially on VHS, because that's where they used to come out at, VHS, DVDs, and all that stuff, where somebody recorded it when he was out there doing his plays early in the day, back in the day. And they somehow get the make copies and all that stuff, bootleg copies, and we saw the plays. And that's how he became real popular amongst us, because he did the Madea plays, and it had a Christian element to it. It had a of course, we want to say, why is it that the black woman is always, downtrodden and have to go through so much stuff before, she can get to the point of where she is great and on top and come out the victor? Or, you have the black man that is actually doing all this damage to her and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And I get it because I've said the same thing. Like, at the same time, it's like, if that's what you know, that's what you know, and that's what you're going to go off on. I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's stories that do need to be told. But you have people that do relate to that. And that is why people flock to Tyler Perry, especially older people, because it's the Christian element, the church element. Some of them probably done went through some of them struggles and, been those women that's been in these places or whatever. But then you have the new generation, you have the past generation who were younger, who couldn't really fully understand everything, and now that we are adults, we are seeing what's going on, and it's like, okay, we get it, can you do something else? And my thing of it is, when we say do something else, it's not, because what spawned this out, because I really wasn't going to say anything, and I was debating with myself to even say anything, because like I said, I am a fan. I'm a fan, and if you know me from way back in the day, you know how much of a fan I am. I started off one of his first shows, like, listen, I done watched every single play that he has did. The Madea Homecoming, I think it was Medea's Homecoming, the last play that he did. I went to it twice, okay? I went to it twice, and actually, I went to the first one, I brought it myself. The second one, his people brought me out there. You know what I'm saying? I do have some of a rapport with him. I used to review Half and Half Nots. Baby, that was my show. Okay? And y'all know it if you was here from the beginning. That was my show. That was one of his best, if you ask me, his best TV shows, okay? I did used to look at House of Pains when it first came on. Baby, the way they told Janine S., she really went from a crackhead to a cleaned up mama. Okay, she did that. But I used to watch that. I also used to watch If Loving You Was Wrong. I also used to watch, I can't even remember the name of it, but it was short-lived. I think it only had 1 or 2 seasons. With the girl who plays Maya. The girl that played Maya on Station 19, who just recently went off, like that series just ended. She played the lesbian on Station 19. And she was in a show that Tyler Perry did that we first saw, Kyle from The Oval. She was in that show, and it was about, these hillbillies. I don't want to say it like that, but basically some white folks drama, okay? And it was actually good to me, and I was looking forward for it to come back, but it didn't come back, you know what I'm saying? But and it didn't even come on, so it came on like another TV station. I feel like that's probably why it didn't come back, because everybody wasn't looking at that station. We associated at the time Tyler Perry to be on TV, right? And so that was short-lived. I reviewed that. I actually liked that. I liked Half and a Half Nots. I reviewed that. I loved that. And then even with Half and a Half Nots, it got to like the last couple of seasons or whatever, where things just started not making real sense. And I put my criticism out there in the reviews and all that stuff. And my critique, you know, what I was saying, this don't make sense, this don't make sense, this started off good. And we know that this happens with a lot of shows. They start off strong, and then once it starts to become where you see where the show is about to end, it kind of falls off. And that's what happens. That's what happens, okay? If Loving You Was Wrong is another show that he did that I absolutely loved. And got to meet some of the cast members, and got to meet I'll never forget, I got to meet like a lot of the cast members from a lot of his shows back in the day. And you know, If Loving You Was Wrong really pissed me off too, and I had put that out there, like, y'all go back to the reviews, go back to the reviews, baby, okay? Because the way that shit, like, it was a couple of point and plot points that never got back to it. I said, now why would you? I'm still trying to understand, what was it that Brad buried up there on that hill? Okay, what was it that he buried up on that hill that we never got back to? Okay, that was one of the ones that really pissed me off, y'all. I was so mad at the series finale of the Halves and the Half Nots. Oh my God, so you mean to tell me everybody died except for the mom? Girl, that just irked me. Okay, that just irked me. You know, y'all already know how pissed off I was about that. I was like, what? We went through all this, but baby, I was bad. I was so glad Jim died though. Because as you see how the actor that plays him in real life, I feel like he was not in character. He was playing himself. Because y'all know okay, Dukes has my ass. But yeah, you know, he has a lot of shows out there. You know, I used to watch, what is it, For Better or Worse, okay, with Tasha Smith and I think Michael J. White, okay, Michael J. White. Listen, I used to watch all of his shows, okay, used to review a lot of them. Sisters, let me tell you something, I was deep into Sisters. It was good at the beginning. The last couple of seasons, I said, girl, what is this? And the last season that I reviewed, no shade, because this was the point where it was getting to me, and a lot of it was just not making sense, and I'm finna put my criticism out about that. And this, again, is not me bashing, because if you go back and you watch my reviews, you will understand where I'm coming from. Sisters, I looked at the last season and didn't come back. The new season, I haven't even watched, okay? And from the tweets or whatever that do pop up on my timeline, I'm not missing much, and I probably would have been so pissed off if I would have watched it, because I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? This is not what it started off with, and why did this keep on happening? You know, I just couldn't, okay? Also, you know, the Oval, girl, I ain't even gonna lie, I kind of fell off the Oval for not on purpose. Not on purpose, and I will go back and watch the rest of it, because I actually did like the Oval, even though it was kind of, you know, getting on my nerves a little bit too. But that was one of the ones that I could stomach, because it was so far out of the ordinary, okay? Like the first scene or the first episode of the show when it first came on was the first lady beating her own ass, okay? And then she fighting and all this stuff. I was just like, what is this? And that hooked me, you know? And I'm putting all this out to establish the fact that, yes, I've watched just about everything that he's put out. I've watched the things that he put out on, you know, BET Plus, the show, bruh. And let me tell you something. I started watching that, and I was hanging in there for like the first 2 seasons or so, and then I kind of just got lost in the fray because it went on break, and then I never came back to it or whatever. The only thing that really surprised me and shocked me about that whole thing really was Chandra. Oh girl, that I need it. You know, her, the way she went from playing in the plays about the, you know, the mama, and she's so downtrodden and all this stuff, where she's so Holyfield, to being on bruh, and the way that she was cussing and being extra sexual. I said, oh my God, what is this? You know, and you know, I like the little nasty stuff, and I like a little cuss here and there. But it was just a little bit much coming from her. I said, you know what? I just don't see you doing stuff like this. I cannot. Like, you look like my grandmama, and I would slap my grandma. No, let me stop that. I would cuss my grandma out and say, girl, what are you talking about? You don't talk to me that way, okay? I don't want to hear that type of language coming out of your mouth. You know what I'm saying? That is not of God. That's what I do. That's not what you do. You're supposed to be more mature than me, okay? But, you know, you hold people to a higher standard. That's just what it is. And, you know, it was another show. Like, the only show that I really couldn't get into when it came to Tyler Perry was that Ruthless show. And it's because I just have a hard time. Like, we have elements, or he has elements in his shows and his movies where there are people getting taken advantage of, right? Mainly women, okay? Mainly black women, unfortunately. And when that show Ruthless came out, they was like, and I wanted to watch it because I was going to review it. I watched probably like the first couple of episodes, and I was like, oh my God, this is like a porno. I said titties and ass and everything. They fucking on here. And I was like, oh my God, you know, dick's just out and everything. And it was dealing with the cult and all of that. I have a hard time with cult stuff. The show could possibly be good. I just can't get into it because I don't like the cult element of things. I don't like when people are getting brainwashed and, you know, being made to do a certain thing, and especially when it's a sexual element, because that's what a lot of these cults have. So I would say he probably got that aspect of it right when it comes to that sexual element and the mind control and all of that. I just couldn't deal with it because it was too much. And given the fact that I come from something where I used to be a Jehovah's Witness. You can take that you can take that how you want. I grew up in that religion, and I know it's gonna be something that's like, it's not this, it's not that, girl. Okay, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But I was in it. You probably was in it too. But that was my experience, and I just really wasn't here for it. So hey, it is what it is. I say all that to say, we are fans for the most part. We want you to do good, okay? But Tyler Perry has this air about him, and I've been noticing, and yeah, we get it that you are giving the people, your certain audience, what they want, because that's why they keep flocking. But you also have to understand that your audience is big, but you also have another part of an audience that is tuning in just to hate watch so they could talk mess, because they know that you are not going to give the quality that you could give. And that is where the criticism is coming from. And that is the only thing that I have the issue with. And what spurred all of this is because his latest movie, Divorce in the Black, came out. And I'm sorry it's so late into the video, getting to the point. But Divorce in the Black came out, and it was a lot of criticism about it. Honestly, I've said what I had to say, but I did say that it wasn't as bad as people tried to make it. Mia Coppola, it was cute or whatever. It wasn't as terrible, but it was like, girl, what? Divorce in the Black wasn't as terrible as some of the other movies that he has made, okay? Let's just be honest. But I feel like what really turned a lot of people off and really put, you know, them on that motion, because having that notion, is the first 7 minutes of the movie. You know, the taking a body. If you haven't watched Divorce in the Black, I'm about to spoil something, so mute this for a second. I don't know where you at. It's on Prime Video. Go watch it. Go watch it and judge for yourself, you know. And it's not really that bad of a movie, honestly, but it's something that we've seen plenty of times from Tyler, and that is one of the critiques, okay? When you go see a Tyler Perry movie and it's not starring him, we 9 out of 10 already know what we're going to get. And when I say not starring him, I mean him being Madea. And even with Madea, we know what we're going to get, but we also know we're going to get some laughs, and we know we're not supposed to take that serious because it's funny, it's jokes, it's giggles with a little bit of lesson here and there, but for the most part, it's for fun, you know, it's comedy, okay? But when you venture out and you try to do things that does not have him per se as a character in there, we already know what it's going to be about, and that's unfortunate. It shouldn't come to a point in your you know, repertoire where when you come out, somebody say you're about to announce the movie that you're about to make, where people already know what it's going to be about. You know, the movie that's coming out with Taraji P. Henson, you know, it's still the same plot line as probably this movie and another movie and other movies that we've already seen. And that is what people have been saying, right? And The problem with Divorcing the Black, I feel like like I was trying to say was at first 7 minutes when you have a body being taken out of a casket. Like, girl, I ain't never seen no mess like that. I ain't never seen no mess like that. And I don't know if he put that in there to be a shock value. I don't know if he did that for comedy purposes. But when that movie first came out and people started talking about it, he was on Twitter saying, can't wait till y'all have reaction to the first 7 minutes. So he already knew. He knew it was going to draw controversy. He knew it was going to draw conversation. So it's like, okay, so if he knew it, why are y'all getting upset that other people have critiques, you know? But when it comes to Tyler Perry, I don't know what it is. And I get that we want to do things on our own. We want to make things black owned. We want to put out our stories. But again, you have to understand that black people, the black experience is not a monolith. We have so many different black experiences, so many situations that you can write about, that you can, you know, put on display, and that we would love to see from you, love to see your perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. People want you to diversify a little bit. We don't want you to take away or try something new, meaning like switch your whole style up and all of that. We just want you to get better. You know, we want writers. That's just what people are saying. We're not saying, oh, let's cancel Tyler Perry. Let's get him out the paint like that. No, we just want you to get writers. And I'm bringing this up because of the simple fact that he was on that Keke Palmer podcast, and you out here talking about, because she asked him about the comments about the criticism that he has received, and do he take that to heart? And of course he doesn't take it to heart. I don't even know why Keke asked that question, because if he took it to heart, he would have listened, and he probably would have switched some things up by getting a writer's room, a real writer's room. And that is the main critique that a lot of us who actually are fans, that is what we have about Tyler Perry, okay? Not the ones that are just hate watching just to hate watching and talk mess, okay, and can't find nothing good out of him. Because let's be real, Tyler Perry didn't put out a whole bunch of movies, right? In the beginning, when he started putting his movies out, like I review Family Reunion, he was good with it, okay? Diary of a Male Black Woman, Medea's Family Reunion, Family That Prays, those were good, okay? Those were really, really good to me, you know? And then after that, they weren't as bad, but, I mean, they weren't bad, but one that's good because you start seeing different elements being pulled from this, being pulled from that, and being pushed together that we didn't seen already, right? And okay, same thing with his movies. I mean, his TV shows. You can see different elements of this from his plays or whatever being placed in, you know, his TV shows. And at one point, it didn't really bother me. But when you get this far into the career of where you're at, you're supposed to, you know, I guess elevate. You can still be who you are and have that Tyler Perry spin on it, but just elevate a little bit more. Just, you know, let's do something different, you know. And he did try. He tried to do something different with A Fall from Grace. I give him that. That shit was comical as hell, but it wasn't really as bad. The bad thing about A Fall from Grace was the wigs. Okay, that's just what it was. It was the wigs. Okay, and like, you got all this money and you can't afford to get some good wig people up in there. That was the bad thing about Fall for Grace to me. When that month what's his name, Makai Brooks, and he was like, ashtray, bitch, girl, I be repeating that every so often, okay? That was one of the things that stood out. And it's the thing, like, people love Tyler Perry. I mean, the way that he be bringing older actresses and actors that probably wouldn't be looked at anymore because of the fact that they're older in age by the regular Hollywood people, he would give them roles. Cicely Tyson, he had Felicia Rashad, a whole bunch of people, okay? Lynn Whitfield, you know, all of these people, you know, and he gives them what they're due. But here's the thing. You get on this podcast and you basically say, you know, the ones that's basically critiquing and got stuff to say are highbrow Negroes and all this stuff. No. That's where you turn people who are trying to understand where you are coming from, trying to understand why you tick the way that you tick, and where you going with just putting out the same things all over again. And we are trying to understand, well, those people are trying to understand. And you probably then turned a lot of people off by basically insulting them by calling them highbrow Negroes. No, we're not highbrow Negroes. We just like quality. Okay? Well, yeah, quality. Quality over quantity for some of us. Okay? And it's not that, you know, we want you to change, or we want you to stop doing what you're doing and all that stuff and just do different and do what everybody else doing, because, you know, if I would have took the critiques of this person and that person, you know, this is what God, okay, we get that. But what we want you to do is to have more longevity where people can talk about you in a positive sense with your work of art. Okay? One thing that I really cannot stand, and I know some people probably be like, girl, what? Because I'm the type of person that'll get on here regardless. And I don't like that whole notion of just because a person is black, oh, we tear down our own because we're black or whatever. It be our own. White people do it to white people. You had Cisco and Ebert that was out here tearing the hell out of these white films that came out, okay? And we don't even go that hard. So you mean to tell me just because a person is black and they put out a project or whatever, we can't critique, we can't give honest opinions, and then it comes off as if we're tearing them down or we're hating? No, I don't believe in that. You do not get a pass because I'm glad that they're black. That's the reason why I watched it. Okay, I watched it because they're black. But if I have something to say, I'm going to say it honestly, because that's what they need to hear so that they can go back and take that in and probably incorporate some things, you know. And we've seen that some people actually do that. Some people actually take what their fans are saying, their feedback, and they go back and they tweak a little bit here and there, and it still has their flair to it, but with a little bit of improvement. That's all we want from Tyler Perry. Okay, we know we're not going to get it, but that's what we're trying to say. It's not trying to come down on him like that, trying to get him out the paint. We just want him to get a writer's room, to have better ideas or to expound on the ideas. You can still have the same freaking idea of what women getting effed over and men being the enemy or whatever it is that he want to do. And then the woman comes out the victor, you know. But have a better writer's room instead of you just writing the same thing, because it's coming from him, his brain, and he's literally writing the exact same thing. And in the beginning, it was fine, but now it's getting to a point where it's not fine, and people just want you to get help. We want more quality so that when your people talk about you, it's a lot of positive. Like they have something that we can really go off of. And you won't be synonymous with a bunch of negativity. I don't like that. Okay? I do want to see us as black folks, since we want to talk about black folks, I want to see us excel, I should say. I want to see us in the higher of the heights. Okay? I want to see the positivity, you know, the good things and everything be highlighted. I want that legacy for black artists, writers and movie stars and directors or whatever to be put out there and be nothing but glowing reviews, nothing but glowing and positivity. But at the same time, we know that that's not going to happen. But when you are so stuck in your ways and you don't want to take any suggestions from anybody else because you automatically are thinking that they are trying to bring you down when that is not the case, they just want you to have more quality product for us to sustain, because at one point in time the people gonna get tired of seeing the same goddamn thing and hearing the same words come from you, because this is what you have been putting out for a long time, you know. And that's where we're coming at. Okay, I don't know where people are coming up with the notion of canceling him. Baby, ain't nobody finna cancel Tyler Perry. But when you make comments like, you know, highbrow Negroes and all this stuff, that's a turn off to people. You literally are, you know, letting people know what you really think of them. Like, you don't really value their opinion sometimes. That's what that comment came off as, you know. And this is coming from somebody who is a billionaire who has the means to just take things a little bit slower. You don't have to keep churning things out like a factory worker. You know what I'm saying? Like we're in a factory. It shouldn't be, and this is a critique of mine, okay? This is a critique of mine. You can tell, like, when it comes out with the movies and everything, you can tell that they don't spend, certain movies, you can tell that they do not spend more than a couple of weeks on making a movie. Now, when he put out there that a couple of the movies was made in what 2-3 weeks, especially the last one, you can literally go back and watch it. You can tell. I shouldn't see a boom mic. I shouldn't see this. Girl, look, Medea, Death in the Family, or Medea Funeral, whatever. Baby, that probably was one of the worst Medea movies that he put out, in my opinion, okay? And he made up for it with Homecoming for me, because Homecoming was everything. Homecoming was, that shit was funny to me, for the most part. I don't care what nobody say, all right? But Medea's Funeral, that shit was terrible, because you saw the boom mics, you saw the clock that was counting down, you saw all of that. It was a lot of mistakes that were so obvious because they made it so quick. And that's what we're talking about. Just take your time with it, because your audience, like you said, your audience, you make stuff for a certain audience, right? And if your audience is really your audience, they're gonna still be there to support. We're still gonna be here no matter how long it takes for you to just take your time to do this. You don't have to churn out the movies in 2 weeks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It probably, and I feel like that probably will make it better too. Just get a writer's room, get some writers. And I heard, he got a couple new writers or whatever on this current season of Sisters. That's great, but I feel like it's a little too late. But hey, at least that's a start. Now let's do it with the movies. There's nothing wrong with that. I need to know the issue with that. Is it people were saying it was a union thing, or I don't know, but something needs to happen. Something needs to happen. And I just wanted to get on here and give my thoughts about it, because I was a little turned off. And y'all know, again, and I have to reiterate this, because I'm pretty sure it's going to still be people that's going to be in the comments and that's going to say, oh, why you bashing? Oh, well, you ain't got to watch. I'm going to continue to watch. Or somebody, I hate when y'all be like, well, why y'all watch? Why y'all watch? Because we wanted to. And some of us actually want to support. Like, I'm going to watch just about every black stuff that come out, and I'm going to give my shit if I have to. I'm not one of those people that sugarcoat just to make people feel better. No. Okay? That's what we shouldn't do, I see it for Tyler. Because, again, when he's in other things, I said this before as well, when he's in other things, he's actually great. And when he's in projects that he did not do, and he has a role in it, he actually does a great job. Okay? But when it comes to his own stuff, I don't know where the disconnect is when it comes to him and his material. And I get that you doing the experiences, and people that, hit you up and say that, oh, I've been through this or whatever. We understand that. Girl, we get it. But we're not saying that, you shouldn't continue to write about these stories, because unfortunately those type of stories still goes on right about now. But we just want you to write about it in a different way, in a way that's of more quality, and it don't sound or look so mediocre. You know what I'm saying? When these are real topics that need to be hard hitting, and you kind of miss the mark sometimes. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. But baby, like, I was one film. Okay, you got A Family That Prays. That was everything. He was in that too. I have to keep on remembering, but that was actually good. That was really good. How did he get Kathy Bakes up in that? And Audrey Woodward. Oh my God, Alfred Woodward. Girl, that was my movie. Cause my son is a cop, right? Girl, it's a 9-lane thing. You need your ass whooped up in that bit. I cannot stand a woman like that. I can't stand people like that. Okay, like that whole movie pissed me off because it's a 9-lane thing. Like, girl, you had a good man, Savannah. You had a good man who was trying to make a way. You up here cheating with this white man. And when I'm not here for domestic violence or whatever. Keep your hands to yourself. But I wasn't mad that he slapped the dog shit out of her and had her flung over that goddamn counter, because it was building up. Like, how much more could he take? Okay, like, you wanted that man to snap off on your ass so that you could cry and be like, oh, he hit me. This is why I don't want to fuck with you, because my son is a cop, right? Girl, and you was left ass out. Did y'all see the way that she was living? Was she living in a storefront house, apartment at the end of the movie? Girl, I'm gonna review that for Movie Corner, because I got some things to say about that. Because, girl, so now, y'all remember when Tiffany Haddish put out there that somebody had bit Beyonce, and the way that she described it, it was Sanaa Lathan. We should have known about Tiffany Haddish You know, right then and there, the way that she put all that information out when she shouldn't have. But yeah, that was a time. Girl, so now, how you doing? But anyway, so yeah, and you wanna know what other movie about Tyler Perry, baby? Tyler Perry does some good movies. And listen, Four Color Girls, that was actually a good movie to me. I would actually, let me tell you, it traumatized the hell out of me. I've heard of the play, I've heard of the book, never seen any one of them. So I had a gist of what it was about. But baby, when he put that shit on film, and oh my God, when he actually, out of all of his movies, I can look at them over and over again. Like, there have been times where I literally just go back and watch a lot of his movies back to back, back to back. I just have a day where I just watch shit. Four Color Girls is one of those movies I will never watch again. Not because it was terrible, but because that shit traumatized the hell out of me. Because when you talk about putting some reality up in that bitch, that was reality for your ass, okay? That was one of the ones he got right, I feel like. But baby, when Michael Ealy's character did what he did to them kids, I will never forget. I was at work, bitch, and I was watching it because I had missed it when it came out in the movies. I said, you know what? Something about it just did not make me want to go see it in the movies, even though my girl Janet was in it and everything. I think I was doing some stuff. I just couldn't make it. Girl, I found a copy, I was at work watching it, and when it got to that point, that was me. That was me. I was stuck. I was just like, girl, I was about to cry back there. I said, the kids. My co-workers looking at me. I said, girl, don't worry about it. I'm just in my feelings right now. I'm looking at something. Don't worry about it. I'm all right. I'm gonna be all right. Girl, everybody played that scene. And Kimberly Elise, girl, you know, before she turned ultra religious, like she's a fanatical extremist. Girl, somebody needs to do a deep dive into her, okay? Like, she ain't the Kimberly Elise that we knew back in the day. But yes, girl, that was one of the movies that I really was here for, but I never watched again, okay? It's up there on that movie. It's up there like with 12 Years a Slave. Girl, I saw part of 12 Years a Slave, and I said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's a good movie from what I saw, but it's too emotionally deep for me, and I just couldn't take it. It was just too much. All of the anger just was building up, and I only saw little parts of it, and I said, bitch, it ain't even gonna make me want to see it from the beginning because I know what it's about, and I just could not, okay? Because I don't want to be angry after I look at a movie. You know, I just really don't. I really don't. What other movie did he put out that really, oh girl, let me look up some Tyler Perry movies. Okay, I just thought a couple. Why Did I Get Married 1 and Why Did I Get Married 2? Girl, them was good, okay? I don't care what nobody said. I did like it, you know, and we will discuss them eventually on Movie Corner, because when it comes to Why Did I Get Married 2, I want to know who side y'all was on, Patricia or her ex-husband or whatever, or soon-to-be ex-husband. Bitch. And that was a time, because Janet was just going through some things. That's when he just found out that Michael had passed away. And then she went back on set. And I'll never forget when they said, Tyler came out and said, you know, when she did that scene where she was breaking up everything in the house, that was her releasing her anger. And she was really crying and really hurt. That was because they just found out that her brother died. See, you see what I'm saying? He got some good stuff. We just want him to have more of an abundance of good stuff, so that people can't talk so much shit. Because we are protective of our people, and we don't want people talking about them like that. Girl, like, that scene always hit me. And then what made me so mad about Why Did I Get Married 2? Because at the end, when Patricia rolled up and she was outside, and you know, after her nigga just died or whatever, she held cars. You know, that's debatable. That's one of the things we could debate. But The Rock popped up. Dwayne Johnson popped up when he was in his old form, not this whole beefed out, like extra steroid out type of nigga. No, y'all find that sexy? I like the old Rock better. I like the old Rock better. No shade, you know, he was cuter back then to me. And I'm gay, so you know that's a big thing. That's a big thing, you know. But the way that they met up, and he was like, "Can I take you out or whatever?" And she was just like, I said, "Wow, wow." I thought we was gonna get a third one off of that. I've been waiting for a third one to finish that storyline. I was like, man, don't give me no cliffhanger. It's years later and we still ain't got that one. That's the movie that you should have been. Janet, once you get your ass off a tour, y'all need to get into discussion and y'all need to sit down and have, you know, put the things together. Okay, you got his ear. And it's so crazy to me. No shade. You know, but I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to say what I was about to say because I ain't trying to get off the list. Woo! Cause you know, Beyonce and Tina, you know, Tina and Tyler, they good Judies. Okay, so let me tell you something. All right, you know, Mama Tina be outside more than her daughter, so I be like, damn, she just be everywhere. I want to be like them when I get older, girl. But anyway, yes, Tyler. Ain't nobody trying to cancel you. Ain't nobody trying to be negative on you on purpose. We just want you to do, you know, put in a little bit more. I really would like to see him branch out on other stuff. I really do. Like, take a chance. You could eat the cost, okay? Because at the end of the day, what has been shown, Tyler Perry put out a movie, he put out a project or whatever, the people are going to watch it regardless. Whether y'all coming there to watch it because y'all really want to support this man or because y'all want to, hey, watch just to talk mess, okay? No. Listen. At the end of the day, people are going to go watch it. So, I would like to see him do a horror movie, like a real horror movie, okay? That'd be decent. All right? Not no Medea's horror because you did Medea Boo or whatever and Boo 2. I don't really count them. They weren't bad, but you know that was like those are throwaways, okay? But at the same time, I want him to do a legit horror movie, okay? That'd be cute, you know. Do a little sci-fi here and there because I'm not even into sci-fi, but I go watch it because he did it, you know. Yeah, like, oh, can we get a thriller? Can we get some thrillers? We ain't gotta be so deep, but I want to do a thriller, okay? Like, come on, Tyler, get you a writer's room and let's do this, okay? Like, you got shit to lead to your kid ain't he ain't studying about nothing. He gonna be cool, but you got a legacy to lead to your son, so you know, let it all be positive. But anyway, I just really want to hop on here and to give my thoughts on that. And again, like I said, it's not bashing, it's just critiques or whatever. And for me, it's a constructive critique. I don't ever come from a bad place when it comes from people that I actually like. And again, like I said, and if you know, I do like him. So, you know, and he's been good to me. So, you know, and one of the reasons why is because he knows that I am very honest with my opinion. So there's that. And this is my opinion. And how do you feel? Put it down in the comments. Are you a fan? Do you get where I'm coming from? Or do you have other issues? Put it down in the comments and we'll talk about it later. And again, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I hope y'all have an amazing week. I really do. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.